Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. All right, Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach to everybody. Here we are at Temple Sinai. It is Shabbat and it's Simchat Torah, and we're here in the sanctuary live. It's sort of an empty sanctuary, but it's so great to see everybody's faces on Zoom tonight. We've got a lot of good things that we're going to do tonight because Simchat Torah is, of course, the Jewish holiday where we read the end of the Torah and immediately we go back to the beginning of the Torah and read from the very, very beginning. We're going to do that tonight, and it's a whole celebration of Torah because we're also celebrating the beginning of the Jewish education of our new students here at Temple Sinai, so we're going to honor them and give them a blessing. And Heidi Smith-Hyde is here. I'm here in the sanctuary with our assistant Rabbi Talia Stein, who's more than 6 feet away from me and facing the other direction, with our vocalist and rabbinic intern Leah Karnow, and with our Shirah teacher and violist extraordinaire, her husband, Yoni Batat. And the other person who's here in our sanctuary, who you can't see right now, is our longtime custodian, Mario Calderon, who's standing there with a mask on. Other than that, it's empty here, but we're glad to have everybody here with us tonight. We're going to share the screen now for Simchat Torah. We've got lots of floating Torahs everywhere tonight. We're going to begin by lighting our candles for Yom Tov. And let's see, is Leah spotlighted? We wonder if we could do that. We want to get everybody, if you have Shabbat candles at home and you haven't yet set them up, maybe you want to go run and set them up right now so that you can bring the light of Shabbat into your home as well with us. But right behind me are a few candles as well. And tonight we say not just Lahadlik Ner Shel Shabbat, but because it's a holiday, we say Shel Shabbat v'Shel Yom Tov. So I want to invite you just to take a deep breath and close your eyes as we light our Yom Tov candles, and bring in the presence of Shabbat and of the holiday.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. And we say good Yontif to everybody, a good Yom Tov to everybody. We hope that this will be a good holiday for everybody. We're going to continue now with welcoming the angels of Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem. Please join us at home. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'Shalom. Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Tzedchem L'Shalom. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. La la la. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'yisachavu le'akocho. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'yisachavu le'akocho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'yisachavu le'akocho. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'yisachavu le'akocho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, 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 ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. All right. Okay. Well, we're ready now, almost, to greet Shabbat. And I don't know about you, but it's been a long week. It's been a long, long week. So I'm ready to take a big, deep breath on this special Shabbat of Simchat Torah to bring in the blessing of Torah and bring in the blessing of Shabbat. And we need the blessing of Shabbat. So please join us. We're going to sing a little bit shorter version tonight of L'Chadodi. Instead of 4 verses, we're going to sing 3 as we say, Come Shabbat, bless us in this difficult world that we live in. The world is so broken. Let us taste, just for one day, what it would be like if the world were repaired, if the world were whole again. That's what Shabbat can bring to us. So please join us as we sing the L'Chadodi to say, Come Shabbat, Bo v'shalom, Boi v'shalom, Ateret Bala. Come, bless us with goodness, life, rest, and peace.
B'nei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'diburecha Hishrianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'nitira Kala yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 Lechadoti likat kala yalalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekabela lai 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 Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha מחשבה תחילה לחדותי לקראת קלה ילדי 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 בני שבת נקבלה לי 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 לחדותי לקראת קלה ילדי 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 בני שבת נקבלה לי B'nei Shabbat nekabela lai 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 yalai lai 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 invite you now, wherever you are, to just close your eyes, to feel your feet on the floor if you can feel your feet on the floor, or to feel your body touching a chair, wherever you are. And just close your eyes and feel this moment. Be in this moment. the moment of Shabbat arriving. And now, I invite you to take in a big, deep breath, to breathe in the rest and blessing of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. We are going to go into breakout rooms and give you an opportunity to greet a handful of people, wish each other Shabbat Shalom, introduce yourself, wish each other Chag Sameach as well, and we're going to call you back in about 2 minutes. You just have to hit the word join breakout room on your screen or on your computer to be able to visit with everybody and say hello, and turn on your camera if you can. Go for it. All right. That doesn't mean anything, so. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to call everybody back. 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. B minor?
Oh, are you going to play?
We come back together.
No, it's better if you do.
You do it.
We come back together for the call to prayer, the Baruch Hu. We say we're ready to pray. We're coming together as this community. We see each other's faces, and we rise if you would like to, and we say the Baruch Hu.
Lai, 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 lai.
We move into the Shema prayer, the prayer that focuses on us being interconnected, on being one, and God being one. And we turn inwards, we listen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. V'ahavta et את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We turn now to our Amidah prayer, our standing prayer. And again, it's funny on Zoom, but I invite you to rise at home if you are able. And we start with a meditation. Adonai, open up my lips, open up my heart so that I can pray. Prayer is something that doesn't come easily to many of us, most of us, I think. And it's hard, and we ask God to open up our hearts. And then in the first paragraph that we'll say together, we recall the acts of chesed, the acts of loving kindness from our ancestors, from our matriarchs and patriarchs and ancestors. So I invite you, as we say the Amidah together, to think about the acts of kindness that those in your lives do for you and that you do for others, those that have come before you, those that maybe will come after you, and those that are in your lives right now. And we'll join together for the Amidah prayer. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Banora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh hakol, V'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, U'mevii gula livnei bneihem, Leman shemo b'ahava. Melech ozer u'moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'ezrat Sarah. And I invite you now to take a moment for your own private prayer or reflection and really speak the words of your heart. Leah and Yoni, thank you for that soul-nourishing melody. I know it gets right really to my core. We'll turn now with that to the Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. And we're in a time right now we're in need of a lot of healing. Us as individuals are in need of a lot of healing. Our families, our communities, our congregation, our world, our country is in need of so much healing. Healing of the spirit, healing of the body, healing of the soul, healing of the mind. And tonight we say the words that Moshe said to pray for his sister Miriam, Ana elna rafana la. God, please, please heal her. And tonight at Temple Sinai, we're thinking of these individuals, and I invite you to say the names of others aloud or in your heart. We're thinking of Karen Matheny, Robin Barenholtz, Amy Perlman, A.B. Haupt, June Zeiner, Jim Zeiner, Jody Kleiman, Gilbert Kleiman, Ronnie Meckler, Allison Santucci, Meredith Fine, Deborah Kaplan, Nicole Morris, Selma Grubert, Luann Luce, Ben Slavitt, Alan Brackup, Tyron Cushing, Evelyn Opat, Cantor Sue Nightdeutsch, Samantha Kramer, Hechazan Sarah Bat Chaya, Michael Ben Bluma Vishmuel, Don David Ben Ezer Vechaya, Davida Emanuela Bat Yechezkel Ephraim, Shoshana Bat Moshe Ubella, Ephraim Ben Malka Rachel. And again, I invite you to say aloud or in your hearts the names of others you're praying for tonight. We wish them all, those said aloud, those said in our hearts, a refuah shleimah, a complete healing. And we'll sing together.
Okay, we're ready to begin our Torah service for Simchat Torah, to take the Torah from the ark symbolically. We're going to, usually what we do on Simchat Torah at Temple Sinai is we have the Brookline police usually block off the street, and we have a klezmer band, we have all sorts of dancing in the street. We're not going to do that, obviously, tonight, but instead we have another way of celebrating Torah. So first, we're going to take the Torah from the ark, and I'm going to invite you, please rise in your place as the ark is opened, and we take the Torah forth.
Ein kamocha ba'Elohim Adonai ve'ein kemasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor v'ador Adonai melech,
Adonai malach,
Adonai
Himloch,
le'olam
va'ed.
Adonai
Oz le'amo yitein. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. And we'll recite the words of Jewish tradition from the Torah, the words that proclaim the oneness of God and God's presence among us with the presence of the Torah, the words of the Shema.
Shema
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadol Adonai iti, v'ne'olam Hashemo
Yachdav. You may be seated in your space. And for our Hakafot tonight, the way that we're going to celebrate Torah, as we usually do, as you can see on our screen, with dancing and all sorts of stuff. Tonight, we're going to sing one song, or maybe two, from each of the 5 books of the Torah. So, the 5 books, first though, we're going to just remind ourselves of the names of the 5 books of the Torah with the classic song, which I think it comes from Eastern Europe, right? Is
yes.
the five books.
My great-great-great-grandfather sang this in the shtetl.
That's right, that's right. All right, here we go. Join us.
First there's Bereshit, that's Genesis. Shemot, that's Exodus. Vayikra is Leviticus, and just 2 more, the book of Numbers. That's Bamidbar, and the very last book that would be in Hebrew it's called Devarim. Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy,
All right. Maybe we do it one more time. What do you think?
It was so good, we have to do it again.
First there's Bereshit, that's
Genesis!
Shemot, that's Exodus. Vayikra is Leviticus, and just 2 more, the book of Numbers. Bamidbar, and the very last book that we read in Hebrew, it's called Devarim. Deuteronomy,
Deuteronomy. All right, let's hear for the 5 books of the Torah: Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, and Devarim, or as they're also called, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Now, from the book of Genesis, please join with us. The great story of the song that is found in the book of Genesis is about the flood. Here we go. The Lord said to Noah, there's going to be a floody flood. Lord said to Noah, there's going to be a floody floody. Get those children out of the muddy, muddy children of the... So rise and shine, so rise and shine, and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine, and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine, and give God your glory, glory, children of the... Let's hear the story. Well, Noah, he built him an arky, Noah, he built him an arky, built it out of hickory every bark. I don't know if that's true. Children of the. He called the animals. He called the animals. They came on by twosies. Twosies called the animals. They came on by twosies. Twosies, elephants and kangaroosies. Roosies, children of the. It rained and poured. It rained and poured for 40 daisies. Daisies rained and poured for 40 daisies. Daisies, those animals. Nearly crazy, crazy children. Let's get a viola solo. Children of the sun came out, the sun came out and dried up the landy, landy. Sun came out and dried up the landy, landy. Everything was fine and dandy, dandy. Children of the Lord, so rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. But we can't just tell the story from Genesis just with Noah. We, of course, have to tell it with Abraham and Sarah. So we have words from Genesis chapter 12. Lechi lach, go to a land that I will show you. God says to Abraham and Sarah, go, and I'll be with you.
A place that do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
All right, and as the Jewish people walk through our history, we come to the book of Exodus, and we sing the words that we say. Of course, the critical moment of the book of Exodus is the actual Exodus, when we walked out of Egypt with God's help. And the Torah tells how Moses held up his arms and split the Red Sea, and the Jews walked through, and we sang, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, who is like you, God of wonders.
Gonna go walk the dog. What did you say? Okay.
And then, of course, we stood at Mount Sinai, we received the Torah, and some of the first laws that we find are from the book of Leviticus. And we really searched hard to find a song from the book of Leviticus, but we found one. Proclaim liberty throughout the land to all the inhabitants. Proclaim liberty. So, let the heavens be glad, let the heavens be glad. Let the earth rejoice, let the sea roar, let people unite. Let the heavens be glad, let the heavens be glad. Let the earth rejoice, let the sea roar, let people unite. Proclaim liberty throughout the land to all the inhabitants. Proclaim liberty, proclaim liberty. Let the heavens be glad, let the heavens be glad. Let the earth rejoice, let the sea roar, let people unite. Let the heavens be glad, let the heavens be glad. Let the earth rejoice, let the sea roar, let people unite. Let people unite, let people unite. All right, and not only is that found in the book of Leviticus, but it's also found on the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia, written, of course, by Moses himself. Then we come to the book of Numbers, where, as the Jews wander through the desert, we come to a moment when the wicked, wicked magician Bil'am is hired to put a curse on the Jewish people as he stands way at the top of a mountain. But as the words of curse are coming out of his mouth, God changes his curse into a blessing. And the words of blessing are on your screen in the book of Numbers. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov.
Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov,
Mishkemotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov,
ohalecha Yaakov,
now, Matovu. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha And finally, we come to the book of Deuteronomy, the last of the 5 books of the Torah, where Moses gives a long speech and tells the people they're ready to go into the land of Israel, even without him. And the land of Israel is going to be a beautiful place, filled, flowing with milk and honey. Etz and Eretz, Zavat, Chalav, Udavash, a land flowing with milk and honey.
Eretz zavat chalav, chalav udvash. 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 Eretz zavat chalav, zavat chalav udvash. Eretz zavat chalav, zavat chalav udvash. Eretz zavat chalav, 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 chalav udvash.
All right, those are our hakafot tonight. We're ready now to hear a little bit more from the Torah, because our 7th graders this is a big year if you're a 7th grader, right? If this is your year when you're getting ready to be called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah, a bat mitzvah, or maybe just a bem mitzvah, this is your moment. So we have an opportunity here from a handful of our 7th graders who are going to be telling us a little bit about their Torah portions in this big year as they're coming up. So I'm going to turn things over to Rabbi Stein.
Yes. So again, we just heard the whole Torah through song, and now we're going to get a little glimpse into different people's, into the different Torah portions that some of our 7th graders are reading, and we're going to spotlight them for you, so bear with us. Our first one up, if she's on, I'm not sure, is Rose de la Paz. If you're on, give me a little hand wave so I could try to see you. It's hard to find everyone on these. We'll try to find Rose. So let's go to our next person while we look for Rose, and go to Milo Speck. And we'll highlight Milo to share a bit about his Torah portion.
Hello. There you go. Hello and Shabbat Shalom. My name is Milo Speck, and my bar mitzvah date is June 19th, 2021. and my Torah portion is Shukat. Moses is taught the laws of the red heifer, whose ashes purify a person who has been contaminated by contact with a dead body. After 40 years of journeying through the desert, the people of Israel arrive at the wilderness of Zin. Miriam dies and is buried there. The people complain that they have no water. Moses strikes the rock to get water for them. God tells Moses and Aaron that they will not enter the land of Israel. The king of Edom refuses to let the children of Israel pass through his land. After Aaron's priestly garments are given to his son Eleazar, Aaron dies. After they are being punished for complaining about the lack of bread and water, the Israelites repent and are victorious in the battle against the Amorites and the people of Bashan, whose land they captured.
Thank you, Milo. Great. Now, so we're jumping around a little bit. We're not quite going in order of the Torah here, but next we're going to hear from Jack Kirshen. So we're going to spotlight Jack. Oh, are you unmuted, Jack?
Let's see.
There we go.
Oh, wait. I can't hear Jack. Oh. Let's see. Jack, now you just have to unmute yourself and we'll try it again.
Okay, go ahead, Jack.
All right, we hear you.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom. The mic on this one isn't working, so I'm using the one for my family.
You're good.
My bar mitzvah is January 23rd, 2021. It is the book of Bo, and it is starts with the 10th plague, where God kills the firstborn son of every Egyptian, and the Israelites, and because of that, the Israelites flee, and they don't have time to make any bread, so they make matzah, and yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Jack. Next up is Becky Winnikoff. We're going to look for Becky now. Bear with us. It's so good to hear a little bit of your Torah portions.
Hi.
There we go.
My name is Becky Winnikoff, and my bar mitzvah is on March 13th, 2021. It's called Vayakhel Pekudei. It's a double portion. It's about Moses instructing the Jewish people to build the tabernacle.
Great. Thank you, Becky. Next up is a bat mitzvah that we had a few weeks ago. It's Izzy Guerin's bat mitzvah, and we'll find Izzy.
Hi. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, my name is Izzy, and my bat mitzvah was on September 12th. My Torah portion was a double portion called Nitzavim and Vayelech. It's about Moses' last speech before he died and why God decided it was his time to leave.
Amazing. Thank you, Izzy. And we have this perfect thing. So Izzy's Torah portion was in the book of Deuteronomy, and now we're going to move to the book of Genesis, and we're going to hear from Solomon Hefes. So we'll find Solomon, and his bar mitzvah is coming up in a few weeks, and it's the book of Genesis.
Shabbat Shalom. My Torah portion is Parshat Noach, and it describes the story of the giant flood God created and Noah and the ark.
Wonderful. Thank you. So you got a little bit of a picture. Let's just see if we found Rose de la Paz. If Rose is on, give a little hand wave. And if not, we'll move to our Torah reading. So we went through the Torah through song. Now we went through it by hearing from some of our 7th graders, which is amazing. We learned a little bit about the different books of the Torah and some of the different parshas. And now we're going to go into the reading of the Torah. We read the end of the Torah, and then we read the beginning of the Torah, and we celebrate finishing the cycle of the Torah reading and restarting it.
Rabbi Stein, did we forget any 7th graders who might have popped in that we didn't know
Did
about?
I forget any 7th graders? That's a great question. I don't know who's here. It's hard for me to see, but give a little hand wave or raise your hand. Use the icon to raise your hand.
Don't be shy. If you're here and you want to speak, unmute yourself.
Heidi, do you see anyone who might want to speak?
Oh, Zachary's
iPhone.
Oh, Zachary's iPhone. I didn't see Zachary's iPhone. Yes. Is that Zach Gibbons?
Yes, it is.
Amazing. I'm so glad you raised your hand. Go for it, Zach.
Hi, my name is Zach, and my Torah portion is Korah from the book of Numbers. My Torah portion is on June 12th. My Torah portion is about the time when Korah and his followers started a rebellion against Moses, and God opened up the ground to swallow them.
Amazing. Thank you, Zach. It's so good to hear about Korah. Any other 7th graders on this call that we missed? I think we're good.
I think it's time to read Torah. All right, great. Okay. So here we go. We have 2 readers tonight. It is Jewish tradition, as you may be aware, to read the end of Deuteronomy and then go immediately to the book of Genesis. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We have a number of readers who are 2 readers, I think, either 1 or 2 readers who are going to read the end of Deuteronomy for us. Miles and Simon Rakov are going to read the end of Deuteronomy, and then immediately after that, Amelia Orwant is going to read from the very beginning of the Torah from the book of Genesis, chapter 1. So I'm going to share my screen. Rabbi Stein is going to look for them to highlight those folks and to unmute them. This is always part of the challenge. And here we go. We are now ready. This is a photo of the Torah scroll at Temple Sinai. Our entire community, everybody who is with us tonight, everybody who is watching, we've got about 68 different devices that are plugged in here. So that's probably like 140 people, 150 people. We invite everybody to recite the blessing before the Torah. Here we go. Ready? Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach. And everybody can say, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. We'll repeat that line. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Third line. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. V'Yoshua ben Nun malei ruach hakama Ki samach Moshe et yadav alav vayishmu elav bnei Israel vayisu kasher silva Adonai et Moshe Vilokam nave ve'od Yisrael ki Moshe asher yadav Adonai paneh el panim el panim
lehol ha'otot v'hanoftim asher shalho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim lefaro uchol ha'avadav uchol arto uchol hayad hachazaka uchol hamora hagadol asher asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael.
Now Joshua, son of Nun, was filled with the spirit of wisdom because Moses had laid his hands upon him, and the Israelites heeded him, doing as the Eternal One had commanded Moses. Never again did there arise in Israel a prophet like Moses, whom the Eternal One singled out face to face, for the various signs and portents that Adonai sent to him to display in the land of Egypt against Pharaoh and all the courtiers of his whole country, and for all the great might and awesome powers that Moses displayed before all of Israel.
And whenever we come to the end of the book of the Torah or the end of the entire Torah, we say these words, Chazak, Chazak, v'nitchazek. Be strong, and let us strengthen each other. We go right from the end of Deuteronomy to the beginning of Bereshit, and this is a real photo from Temple Sinai's Torah. Amelia.
Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'haaretz hayta tohu ve'vohu ve'choshech al pnei tahom ve'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim va'yomer Elohim yehi or v'hi or Vayare Elohim et ha'ur ki tov Vayavdel Elohim ben ha'ur uvein ha'choshech Vayikra Elohim le'or yom ve'lechoshech kara laila Vayhi erev vayhi voker yom echad.
When God began to create heaven and earth, the earth being unformed and void, with darkness over the surface of the deep and a wind from God sweeping over the water, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God saw the light day, and the darkness God called night. And there was evening and there was morning, a first day.
All right, everyone now can join in the blessing after the Torah reading. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam, nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, notein haTorah. Amen. And just because it's on the screen, let's say it one more time. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Be strong, and let us strengthen each other. All right, let's hear it for all of our Torah readers this evening, for everyone, for all of our 7th graders who've done their thing, for Yoni and Leah who led us through a musical journey through the Torah. Let's hear it. Let's hear everyone. You can give a clap. You can do your, whatever works. Yes. All right. Good. Okay. So now we've done it. We finished a whole year of reading from the Torah, and now, whammo, we start up again. From the very, very beginning, the whole new year is fresh, and we get to see the Torah with brand new eyes from the very, very beginning. So, Mazel Tov to everyone. Let's say the Shehechianu for having reached this moment. It's not something we don't take for granted. We've come to a brand new beginning. Here we go. You want to play, Yoni?
Sure.
All right, good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu
Lazman hazeh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu Lazman hazeh, lazman hazeh. Amen. right. We thank you, God, for giving us life, for keeping us alive, and for helping us reach this moment. And together we say, Amen. All right, let's symbolically return the Torah to the ark. And if you wish, you can rise at home as we proclaim that the Torah is a tree of life who gives us life and brings life into us and affirms life. Here we go.
Shalom Ashivenu
Adonai
Elecha
v'nashuva
Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu
Chadesh Yameinu Okay, I'm very pleased to call forward now Heidi. Call forward, you know how it is. A call to speak, right? To be spotlighted. Call into the spotlight our Director of Education, Heidi Smith-Hyde, so she can welcome our new students. Heidi.
Shabbat Shalom. I'd like to share with you a highlight from my week. Last Sunday, when I was visiting the K-2 classes, Shirah teacher Yoni Batat was singing a Hebrew song with the children. The song is called Vesamachta Bechagecha, which means rejoice in your festivals and be happy, and it comes from Deuteronomy. The children were singing and dancing and clapping and shaking their imaginary lulavim and etrogim, and one of the students even had an actual lulav and etrog at home with them. It filled me with such joy seeing these children having such a great time, and I found myself dancing and singing along with them. After all, Jewish learning should be joyful and not just when it's Sukkot and Simchas Torah. We are filled with joy to welcome our beautiful new students. If you keep working really hard, you'll be able to chant Hebrew as beautifully as Simon and Miles Rakoff and Amelia all want. To celebrate the beginnings of their Jewish education, all of our brand new students received a special gift in the mail a couple of weeks ago, a little velvet Torah, and I asked all of our new students to bring their velvet Torahs with them, so I hope you have them at home and make sure you hold them up, so we will do our best to spotlight you. And in addition to receiving a velvet Torah, each new student today received a beautiful consecration certificate that was designed by Cynthia Bell, who is one of our congregants, celebrating the beginning of their Jewish education, which we know will continue on for years and into adulthood. You never stop learning. This is just the beginning of your amazing journey. So I would love everybody to see the beautiful consecration certificate that Cynthia Bell designed. So Rabbi Vogel, if you're able to share your screen, this is it. This is Madeline Goodman's consecration certificate. May your eyes always shine bright with the light of Torah. So what I would love to do is call each of our brand new students their names aloud. And if you're here, please hold your Torah up and give a big smile. We're delighted to welcome you to Temple Sinai. Some of these students are siblings of our current students, and some of them are brand new to the temple, and we welcome you, and we're so excited for you to embark upon your journey, learning about Torah, learning Hebrew, learning about Shabbat, learning about history, learning how to be a good person and to do mitzvot and to do the right thing, because that's very important, especially these days. So I'm going to name each of the students one by one, and welcome to Temple Sinai. We're so happy to see you. So we're going to begin with A.B. Fox, Abraham Fox. We call him A.B. Madeline Goodman. Maya Kotkin. Hannah Wyant. Chaitan Dankoff, Kol Yajnik, Julian Ziegler-Guerra, Sophia Kotkin, Matola Dankoff, Talia Goldsberg, Milo Ziegler-Guerra, Benjamin Goldsberg, Hugh Thompson, and Akea Ishikawa, and I hope I didn't forget anyone. So I'd like to remind the children every year that every time you come to temple, whether you're in person or in your Zoom classroom, you do the mitzvah of Talmud Torah, studying and learning, and we hope that your Jewish journey is joyful and a blessed one, and we welcome you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Beautiful. Heidi, thank you so much. Whoops, I think I just closed everybody off. I didn't mean to do that. We worked really hard to bring everybody onto the spotlight.
I didn't catch
and I messed it
I
up.
missed a few. I apologize. We'll get you next time.
All right, but we want to give all of our new students a blessing, whether they are awake or asleep at this moment, whether they're joining us on this Zoom Shabbat and Simchat Torah service or not. We want to ask God's blessing for them. And just as Heidi said, as it says in the certificate that you each will receive, may your eyes shine with the light of Torah. Those are words that come from the Talmud. We hope that you will always find joy in Jewish learning, that the letters and wisdom and ideas of Jewish tradition will make your eyes shine and glow with joy and with wonder and with delight always. And so it's our pleasure. Let's see, Rabbi Stein, I'm going to have you join me here. We're going to raise our hands. We invite everybody, whether you're sitting at home, whether you have a child at home or not, everyone to raise your hands and make the ancient blessing sign of the Kohanim. The letter Shin is in our hands right here, which is for one of God's names, Shaddai. And we ask God, who is the source of blessing, to bless all of our new students with good things as they enter into a life of studying Torah. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God shine light upon you and be good to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha vayaseh lachem shalom. Shalom. May God smile upon you from this day forward and all of the learning that you will do, and bless you all with the blessing of shalom, peace and wholeness. And together we say, Amen. Amen. Simin tavu, mazel tavu, mazel tavu, simin tavu, simin tavu, mazel tavu, mazel tavu, simin tavu, simin tavu, mazel tavu, mazel tavu, simin tavu. Yehelanu, 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 Olecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu. Olecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecho Yisrael. Mazel tov to you all, and mazel tov to our whole community. Of course, whenever we welcome new students, it's not just a happy moment for them. It's not just a happy moment for their parents or their family, but it's a happy moment for our entire community to be infused with life and joy and good things that children bring, and all of the excitement and learning. And now we all have, of course, a special role. If you're a student, your job is to learn, but your job is also to teach, because often the teachers learn more from their students than from anything else. So mazel tov to you all, and congratulations and welcome. All right. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue with the concluding prayers of our service. It's a special night tonight for Simchat Torah and for Shabbat, but we always conclude with the Aleinu, reminding ourselves of our obligations in the world to do you can see the picture there. The world is very broken, but our job is to bring repair, to bring tikkun into the world. Litaken olam b'malchut Shaddai, to bring repair and blessing and wholeness into our broken world. So please join us. Here we go.
לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגופי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. על כן מקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו לראות מרב בתפארת עוזך לתקן עולם במלכות שדי ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
All right, we turn to the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, and in our community we always remember those people who have brought us life and brought goodness into the world and whose memories are for a blessing. We remember them, and we remember this week in our community these individuals whose yahrzeits we observe. They passed away this week in the calendar. We remember Esther Azrin, Sidney Beiser, Ashraf Baruchim, Olga D'Alessandro, Anne Ehrlich, Marion W. Epstein, Marvin Feldman, Francis Grusbin-Fried, Henry Glick, Taube Greenspan, May Homer, Joseph G. Cates, Margot Clarnett, Francis Engoff Krause, Rose Friedland Krut, Phyllis Lebo, Bernard Mass, Miriam Nemero, Shalom Polanski, Ken Schmitz, and Anne-Marie Wittes. And in the period of Shloshim, the past 30 days, we remember these individuals and we extend our condolences to their family members and their community. We remember Ed Krapels, co-worker of Clark Bruno, and we extend our condolences to Clark, a man that he worked with every day for 10 years. And Clark, we offer you and all of your co-workers our condolences. We remember Shirley Robinson, an extended family member of our member Judith Jaffe, and we extend our condolences to you, Judith. And we also recall Sandra Neumer, who was a longtime Temple Sinai member. Sandy was a member of Temple Sinai probably for 60 years or so, and she passed away on the day of Yom Kippur, and we offer our condolences to her entire family. If there are others for whom you are reciting Kaddish, I invite you to say their names out loud at this moment. And I also invite everyone, please, to rise in your places at home or wherever you are, so that as a community we can recite the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. We remember all those whose memories are for a blessing. Together, Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala uvizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ulalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudesha brichu Le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata, tushbechata ve'nechemata, damiran be'alma ve'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru Amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Amen. Amen. You may be seated. All right, Shabbat Shalom to everybody, and Chag Sameach. Congratulations to all of our new students and their family members and our whole community. Thank you to all of our Torah readers, the Rakovs who are knocking it out of the park, Amelia Orwant, similarly, to all of our 7th graders who shared their Torah portions tonight, and to all of our families and students who are with us, and to the whole community. I see that Charlie Homer is joining us from Vacation Land. And so, Charlie, I don't know if you're prepared to give us announcements or not. Yes?
Sure.
All right, great. So, President of our congregation, Charlie Homer.
Yes, thank you. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach to all. What a wonderful, beautiful service. So wonderful to hear the Torah readings, wonderful to meet all the new students, and it was just a phenomenal experience. And also the songs, of course. I've never heard all the singing from all the 5 books, so fantastic. So many wonderful events. First, just to remind you all that there is a Zoom owning right after this. The link is available from our weekly update as well as on our website. Bring your own dessert. We welcome all to join us. Tomorrow morning, we have Torah study at 9 a.m., Shabbat morning Torah study. Also tomorrow, we have Yizkor service for Shemini Atzeret. That's at 10:30 in the morning. On Sunday, adult learning continues the conversation about the plot against America. It concludes this Sunday at 11 a.m. I'm sure if you weren't able to join last week, it still would be of value to you to join this week. A reminder that there is no religious school this Sunday because it is Indigenous Peoples Day weekend. This Sunday, we do have mindfulness and Jewish values, adult learning at 9:30 in the morning as well. And just a reminder that next Friday evening is a Shabbat service for grandparents, grandchildren, and special friends. We hope you all can join us then. So thank you, and again, Shabbat Shalom.
Next Friday night, we definitely want everybody to join us for grandparents, grandchildren, and special friends Shabbat. If you have a grandparent who lives close to you or even far, or especially far away, or a grandchild or some other friend, and you should we want to encourage you to invite them to join us for Shabbat services. Again, we get to see everybody's face on Zoom. We've got some special things in store for you. So please invite them. We're going to send out a link, and you can forward that link to your grandchildren or your grandparents. You can explain to your grandparents how to use Zoom, and we hope that everyone will join us. We want to take advantage of this very strange situation, the pandemic, but we've got Zoom, and it doesn't matter where people live, they can all join us. So we definitely want to make sure next Friday night, 6 o'clock Eastern time, that everyone joins us for Grandparents Shabbat. All right, we are here now. Whoops, I've got this. Well, let's try again. Well, we're going to scroll all the way through the Siddur. Here we go. To see the pictures of us dancing. Of course, we would normally be dancing on Simchat Torah, but it's really great to have everybody together on Zoom with floating Torahs. So Shabbat Shalom to everybody. We're going to conclude now with the Kiddush for Festival Shabbat. It's a special Kiddush blessing, a little bit different than the regular Shabbat blessing, and our rabbinic intern and vocalist, Leah Karnow, will lead us in the blessing. So if you have a cup of wine or grape juice or something else that you like to drink, raise it now as we join together with Leah in the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol am v'romemanu mikol lashon v'kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ahava shabbatot l'menucha u'moadim l'simcha chagim uzmanim l'sason et yom השבת הזה ואת יום השמיני, חג העצרת הזה, זמן שמחתנו.
מקרא קודש.
מקרא קודש, זכר יציאה מצרים, כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת ומועדי קודשך, באהבה וברצון, בשמחה ובששון, הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני,
ברוך אתה שמו.
מקדש השבת בישראל והזמנים.
Amen. L'chaim, l'chaim. All right. And if you have a challah at home, you can lift it up. And please join us together as we conclude our service with the motzi, and we wish everybody Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. Stick around or join us for the oneg afterwards. Let's sing together. Bum 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 bum. Yum hum hum. All right, Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. If you want to join the oneg and you can't find the link, go to the temple website, hit streaming services, and it's there, I'm pretty sure. Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom.
Chag Sameach. Shabbat Shalom.